Hello everybody, welcome back to Reaper J's Custom Figures here, and this ain't a custom figure review. I guess it technically is because it is Bionicle. Now, do a huge favor, punch the subscribe button, hit that like button, leave any comments down below what you think. Also hit that stupid bell icon notification. Bionicle. Bionicle is one of the biggest toy lines that should have never got canceled. It should have continued strong, and it should have still continued to this very day. Bionicle was a toy line that I definitely grew up with, and many other collectors that grew up with Bionicle. Now, I think Bionicle got canceled of a few stupid reasons why. Number one, the damn stupid mask. I don't know why, but I think the masks were kind of cool. And number two, it was a reboot. Okay, Bionicle did stop back in 2008 or 9 or 10. I don't remember what year Bionicle completely stopped at. But with Bionicle coming back, I kind of didn't expect much that it was going to be reboot, because that's what they do. They bring back something back through generations, and it's like, oh, it happens to be a damn reboot or so forth. But it's like, excuse me. But not many people would care about the reboots, but massive collectors like myself, we did care about the reboots. Now, I think the reason why is definitely because of the mask. I think that's what most people had problems with, because this is what it was, right? I know it should be on that head, this mask, to demonstrate, but I think the reason why, though, is because I feel like this head here was an easy snap-on mask. It's a very easy pop-off and on mask. And I think that's what they were doing with the Skull Spider line, or this new line with Lego is what they were doing. Now, it was an easy, like, pop on and off mask. Hold on, I'm actually going to get a Bionicle that's easier to do this with instead of, like, fighting for it. I got so many of them. Here we go. Okay. So, it was an easy pop on and off mask. There's no connection. There's no indicator piece whatsoever. But if you had a problem with it, this is what I do. I either put super glue or crazy glue or whatever. I glue the little pegs there, and then I glue on the head here for it to not pop off so much. Now, this little trick here is what I did here. A lot of people do it. They put this little peg thing here for the brain not to go up and down. The brain actually moves because there's no star connector piece with, like, the original head here. So yeah, that's what they did. So that's what they do. Now, before Bionicle got rebooted, it got canceled or stopped or whatever for the first time, there was this new tool line called Hero Factory that came out. Hero Factory was pretty interesting. The show was okay, I guess. I didn't care much about the shows. I did care about the figures, however, because they were kind of cool. So, Hero Factory was doing something like this. The new headline. They copied this from Bionicle The Legend Reborn, which I think The Legend Reborn was supposed to be a new generation of Bionicle, but I'm not too highly sure what it was supposed to be. They could have continued with this, but updated the heads to look like those type of heads to have the piece or whatnot there. So, yeah. Then during Hero Factory, they came out with this other wave called the Brain Dudes or Brain Warriors or whatever here. So this is what they done. It was a 2 indication star pieces. So there was a star piece on front and a star piece on top. Basically, however you want to put your head as. Because the mask would go here and the brain would go right there. for it to have the effect. It was a pretty interesting effect. They could have continued with that as well with it. But I feel like with Bionicle, it got taken over because of Hero Factory. I think Lego was trying to do something new. But I feel like in a lot of ways, Lego needs to bring Bionicle back and keep it strong and steady as is. I want Bionicle to return and for it to stay forever. The reason why I didn't... it was hard for me to collect Bionicles, their wave, especially in Chatham here, because there's a 2015 wave and a 2016 wave. They got mostly cancels because I think they were trying to rush the product. I feel like if you started off slow and come out more strong, you might have succeeded, but it got canceled because I think they didn't really want to keep buying the toys or whatnot there. But every time, like when the new wave was coming, like the 2 waves, I got bummed out because I was going to start my collection. Like I was starting off slow and then they canceled it, which always bummed me out because I didn't get much of the characters. I did, however, ironically got the 4 Skull Warriors from the first wave. I only got maybe I got 1 or 2 toes. That was I can't remember the names. It was a green and a brown one. I'm sorry, I have problems with the name, I know. But yeah, they were that was that. And then with the next wave, I got the 1 fire guy and the 1 brown one. And then I got the brown one's Scorpion there. I think it was a Scorpion or was the green one's Flyer. I know I'm not proud of the names and people are going to get comment and they're going to be like, how the fuck you don't know their names? They're Bionicles. Like, leave me alone. I haven't watched in a while, okay? I did, however, watch the Netflix Bionicle reboot. It wasn't too bad, but I feel like it could have been better. Also, I feel like that's why Bionicle kind of maybe also failed. Is because they rushed the show out there to shove in people's faces. I think Bionicle straight up needs to come back in a huge giant wave. This is what pisses me off with fucking Lego. They're so hyped up with the stupid minifigures and the stupid fucking buildable pieces. It's always about Marvel, DC, fucking Star Wars, and now Barbie or whatever the hell it's called. This is what also bothers me the most. Lego did a hero line of Marvel, DC, and the biggest one was definitely Star Wars. Now, Star Wars could have continued because Star Wars was definitely an interesting line because we were getting Star Wars figures that were made out of Bionicle parts. That got canceled too for some fucking stupid reason. Why? I do not know. That should have stayed too. Same thing with the hero line. They could have continued, but they stopped. Lego Chima even did the exact same fucking thing, but they canceled that too. Stop fucking canceling this shit. It's pissing me off. It needs to fucking stay. Now, I don't give a fuck what Lego thinks or says. I want somebody to at least try to get this video out there to Lego to tell them, bring back Bionicle and keep it the fuck on shelves. Stop taking it off of fucking shelves. It's pissing me off. I'm sorry, this is my favorite toy line I've ever played with. I still play with them to this day. I've rebuilt them and do whatever, right? That's what people do. That's what collectors do. They enjoy them. I don't enjoy that I have to go on Amazon or look on eBay, for an example, and I find Bionicle sets for $100 or $200 or $300 to $400 to $500 fucking dollars because they don't build them anymore. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, fuck. Stop canceling them. Stop it. Keep them up and keep bringing them out for people to get more into. Who gives a fuck about the younger generation about Bionicles? They're not going to get into it. Oh well, older people like myself of collectors will get into it because if they don't want to get into Bionicles, so fucking what? You know? Stop canceling. Stop taking it off the fucking shelves. I swear to God, if I see another Bionicle set there and they can take it off, I'm going to fucking throw fists because I'm getting really tired of this shit. They're saying they're bringing Bionicle back. I Googled it. I said, you can really Google, is Bionicle coming back? They said yes, but they don't know how to approach it for bringing it back. Now, I feel like the reboot wasn't really like necessarily, because they rebooted from scratch that Mukuta was the villain again. They didn't have to do that. They could have actually did something different. Like they had Umarak the Hunter, who is the next villain of Wave 2. Okay? But they could have did something more to Bionicle. I feel like Bionicle died out because Lego didn't know what to do. In a way, they could have continued somehow with the Legend Reborn. It got canceled because of the something of the storyline. I think Legend Reborn was supposed to be a reboot, but it was hard to tell because if you watch the three originals, they were so iconic. They were Bionicle, Mask of Light, Bionicle 2, Legend of Matanui, and you had Bionicle 3, Web of Shadows, which were all connected. Then you had the Legend Reborn. Now, this is all based on Matanui leaving wherever planet they were on the island of Matanui, his island. The Legend Reborn should have been continued on, not canceled, but continued. Now, with the new wave of Bionicle coming back, it's a third wave, which I hope it doesn't get canceled. I want it to stay on shelves. It needs to stay strong. Hopefully it fucking stays this time. And yeah, I'm getting pretty exhausted. Anyways, that's my talk about Bionicle. I want to hear you guys' comment down below what you think about Bionicle. Also, if you guys want me to start doing showing off my Bionicles, let me know. I'm okay with that because I'm a big Bionicle fan myself there. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, hit that stupid bell icon, and I'll see you all later. Peace.